What's happening, what's happening, what's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-Hart Radio shouting. Hey, man, I got my trio family stepping off in this thing. Smoke D, what's good with it, boss?
What's up, man? God first. You know what's best, right?
Already. I mean, Smoke, first of all, appreciate you putting up on the player today in this thing, man.
Man, thank you.
I mean, Smoke, I was going through the bio and all of this good stuff, man. First of all, when you linked up with UGK and that front, back, side to side.
Yeah.
And you went in that thing and blacked out.
Yeah.
First of all, when you heard them organs playing, how did that track hit you? And what the hell was going on in that studio for that session?
Man, actually, I was at the house with Pimp when he was making it. They had a organ player come. What's the old speaker, the Leslie?
Yeah.
Yeah, we was at San Jacinto when he actually produced the track. So, I mean, in actuality, I lived with him for 2 years.
Yeah.
So, I was from Jackson, went down there. So I lived with him for 2 years, so I got a chance to be privy to a lot of his creations, and even picking up some stuff.
Exactly.
From the production side, yeah.
What was it like for you coming out of Mississippi, making that transition over into Texas, though, man?
It was good and bad on a couple of sides. Like, I didn't realize what I had done. You know what I mean? I went back home regular.
Yeah.
I didn't, and I'm still that way now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in the superstar, like Big Eye, Little U type. I try to be common with people and, keep a good, positive way about me. But, in life you learn people ain't always so good.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now. I mean, I saw you on my brother Donnie Houston podcast too, man.
Yeah, shout out to Donnie.
That's the fam
happy
there.
birthday, Bun, right?
Yeah, Bun just bust 50 off in this thing, man. Happy birthday, Bun.
Man. Happy birthday, bro.
Yeah.
You out there. Happy birthday.
So now, for you though, Smoke, when was it that music became a part of your life and you realized that was something that you wanted to do, man?
You know what? Again, I got to resort back to Pimp. I wasn't looking to do music. Pimp told me that I could do music, right? I was just, at that time, probably just peddling weed.
Yeah.
So the way it happened is I was actually trying to support another guy that I grew up with that was a rapper and had a record deal in Lansing, Michigan.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cal, shout out to Black. But, and all of the Black Knights. So, I just went there because, I was cool. You know what I'm saying? We was cool as my partner. And I ended up doing the song while I was there because the record owner's son wanted to do a song, but they wouldn't let him do it. So we put a little piece makeshift song, and probably the first song I done was called A Pimp Mac Hustle. Short story, even shorter. We get back to Mississippi. Shout out to Stokes, Underground, whole GTA, Georgetown. I gave the club promoter, which is Kevin Stokes, he's still tight, talk to him all the time. Mm-hmm. I gave him my partner's mixed cassette tape, right? Because they had cassette tapes, and I gave him the little song I did, and so just so happened, UGK was coming to town. And I don't know, a couple of Fridays passed, and so I put a promo pack together for Black. I put some weed in there. I put you know what I mean? And I had got some weed that was in Michigan that had made it back down south here.
Yeah.
Right? And so, lo and behold, the night that they were there, I got a call to come back to the club.
Yeah.
And I thought they wanted some weed. You know what I mean? I'm just going to be honest. And so when we got there, big guy, big security guy, following him out back. And this is in the back of the club. I see a limousine out, and I'm like, whatever. So, short story even short, I got in the limousine. It was a girl sitting here, still Notre Dame, I'm so she is. It was a girl sitting beside her, and it was Bun sitting on this side in the limousine. Pimp was sitting he was sitting in front of Bun, it was a girl sitting beside me. So I customary pass out the weed. We started listening to the music because I was trying to get my partner on, right?
Yeah.
And he played through all the songs, and then he said, well, now, who is this? And the club promoter, Stokes, gave him the little song I did. I wasn't thinking anything of it, but short story even shorter, he ended up inviting me to come to Texas for 2 weeks, and I ended up staying 2 years. And in that process, you know, I learned. Like, we had the bud room. Like, I was, you know, embraced from another place, you know what I'm saying? And then what gave me the fortunate ability to learn how to produce is that I actually lived with Pimp on San Jay for over like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So every time he hit the keyboard, I'm there, you know?
But Smoke, with that hindsight being 2020, did you know that you was over there being a part of some legendary shit at that time?
Bro, if I'd have known that, I'd have had my business together. It's still stuff that, like them skits, I never got paid for them.
What?
I'm trying to get paid for them now.
Oh my God.
I mean, you know, but history is never gonna look like history when you're going through it in real time.
Come on.
You know? So,
those skits though, man, them riding dirty skits. First of all, that album is not that album without them damn skits on it, okay? Okay.
Bro, I'm honored you say that.
Well, no, that's just part, that's how it is. You know what? When you listen to music, Smoke, sometimes you want to fast forward that skit. But on that riding dirty, the skit was a part of the goddamn song, okay?
Well, you know why, bro? I think it's like that because the initial intent for it was to send a message to my partners to let them know, don't worry about it, I'm gonna be okay. It was never intended to be, and shout out to Bun. I don't know who sent me the DAT tape.
Yeah.
I had the DAT player, maybe it was Bun. Yeah. I don't know, but they got it to Stokes, and Stokes got it to the yada, 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 and I ended up getting it, right?
Come on now.
And so I just initially sent it out to let them know, you know, that I was okay, I'm cool. Yeah. I'm running much, but it's a lot of stuff on that tape that y'all didn't hear. I was crying. Damn. It was a lot of stuff because, like, psychologically stuff had started happening to me that I didn't understand. See, that's the part, whoever got the tape, that's the part that I need the people to hear now, you see? Because, I mean,
that just messed me up with that, Smoke. I'm listening, I'm with you.
I had to write letters from myself to myself just to keep my mind in that place. But you know what? That was the biggest blessing I ever had, was to get locked up. Because it gave me time to spend time with myself and take time to help me grow me. Yeah. So I could be a better person when I got out, right?
Yeah.
From here.
Yeah.
But some people psychologically, it steals their mind.
Okay. When you in there recording that stuff though, Smoke, I mean...
Oh, I was stupid then, bro.
Break it down.
I didn't know how power worked, right? Because I'm not good at these interviews a lot. I made myself look like a smothered pork chop sandwich with sauteed onions and mushrooms by doing stuff that made me important enough to be a target, right?
Yeah.
Getting a steak and shrimp, I really, like, well, I guess it's past now, like I said, but, like, it really was happening, right? And me, I know now, learning from that true power is not having the ability to do something, it's having the ability to know when, where, and how to do something.
Yeah.
You know? And if it's not for love or positivity, then what kind of power is it?
Yeah.
You see? There ain't no power in fool. I live in hell in Mississippi, bro. We number one in the nation for murders, right?
Yeah.
We number one in the world for locking people up. They just stole all our water.
Come on, man.
You understand what I'm saying? So I'm you know, pardon me if I have a serious slight, but, like, we need help down there.
Damn right.
You see? They just passed a law, and I don't want to get too, bro, they just
say what you want to say.
That just put us in the dark ages again, bro. You see?
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to convince anyone. You know, it's just what it is. And so what do? You love. You try. You move forward. You don't quit.
Yeah.
You see? I did 17 years, but look where I'm right here with you, bro.
Come on, man.
You see?
Come on.
Took a lot of steps, a lot hard, but I'm here, right?
When you heard that finished product, though, because you weren't even expecting to be on no album, when you just trying to send some SOSs to let folks know that Smoke's still alive in this thing.
Right.
When you found out that you was a part of a classic-ass album and that, you know, it's one of the standout parts of that album, what was going through your mind at that time?
Honestly, bro, I had just arrived at Castle Grayskull, they call it, prison.
Yeah.
A place called Castle Grayskull in Mississippi. It's the Delta. It's Parchment, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Bad place. So when the album came out, I was in K&L section. And the folks tried to figure out how in the hell did I get on the album if I'm locked up.
Shit.
See, I had a DAT player that looked like a radio.
Yeah.
But it was a DAT player, and I had the little, the speaker that the news people use.
Yeah.
And so I had it, I would walk around like, I was jamming a box, but I was recording, right? And, that's just what it was. And so they wanted to know how I did that, and they treated me they treated me like they wanted to know how I did that. Let's just say that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but then in the process of that, the name from inside the prison, it grew like folklore, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, that was because of Pimp. That was because of Bun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mainly because of God, but, like, even in that prison, he cared enough about the situation and about me to make me a part of the situation as though I was there, although I was not, right?
Come on.
So, like, I get out now, I see a lot of different guys that they move in their certain ways, but I think that good is the best way to move in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not the kind of guy that want to have an interview and talk about somebody else and that person that we talking about ain't here.
Yeah.
That don't make no sense to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If we learn how to communicate in that way as black folk, we'll get a lot further. That's our biggest problem. We can't communicate.
Come on now.
You see what I'm saying? It's a reason why I wore these shades today, bro.
Talk to me.
You understand? And so, like I say, this is about, for me, coming to do this interview is about getting the black man, and I'm not racist, but we the only group that don't stick together, bro.
I'm with
We
you.
blame the white folk for 95% of our problem, then we spend 97% of our money with the white folk. It ain't the, come on now. You understand?
Yeah.
We the only race of people that don't collectivize and get together. Shout out to One Voice. I'm just trying to keep stuff in my mind and collective, bro, because I came here to be real.
Yeah.
And push a line, for all of us as black folk.
Exactly.
I don't have no hate. I don't do, none of that. 17 years in prison done taught me that it's better to look at the cause of something as opposed to the price of something. Because they ain't the same, bro.
Them 17 years, Smoke, how did you survive and keep your mind them 17 years, man?
Well, I could say the Bible. I started there. My grandmother gave me a piece of advice. I asked her, how could I won't be wise, right? She said, go to Proverbs, keep reading Proverbs, keep reading Proverbs, keep reading. So I just explored into the other Bible. I explored all religions, just trying to understand. Islam, it appeals more. So my thing of it is with this is that I had to get a religious base, right, of some sort. Then I got books. That's how I survived. I learned the power of words, bro.
Yeah.
You understand? I got me a dictionary, a rhyming dictionary, a thesaurus, and I got me a Bible. I got any book that was related to reality.
Yeah.
This is a message for anybody that's in that pen that can hear me. You see? We need y'all out here.
Yeah.
We need the black man back in the home. We need the discipline in the home. All these strong black women, you can't do it by yourself. It needs to be a collectivized effort.
Come on,
by all of us. If I die tomorrow, I'm here to say it today, yeah?
Exactly.
Okay.
Super tight.
Yeah.
Working on that project, though, man. I mean, what were those times like with a young Pimp and a young Bun and a young Smoke D?
Man, bruh, for me to try to catch memories, we was just in the night. I wasn't even looking at it like that because, we had the boardroom. Shout out to Smitty. Shout out to all the original trio. Bun B, the big dog, he the big dog. Y'all fall in line, man. Stop all the monkey show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, DJ Bird, man. I wasn't really working on no Pimp was the one working, bro. we was in there getting high, drinking, and rapping. Pimp was the one working.
Yeah.
But when he did it, like, the man was so cold, bro. Like, okay, one day I pulled up at San Jac, and I come from Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah.
It's still that way today. So anyway, Man, I got into it with dude. Dude put the gun right in my face like this. Pimp come out, put it down. Before he could say put it down, the dude had to, so it was that kind of thing, man. We all knew he was, what he was.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. But that super tight, back to DJ Bird, we was in New Orleans somewhere. And this is a story, too. DJ Bird, when I went in there, Pimp, he had a way of not liking nothing and always surprising you. So I didn't know I was going to be on the song because that's just the way he do. He put you on edge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He want to get all it. And so we going to be on the song, So I'm in there, I'm trying. I grabbed some stuff, put it together because they were teaching me how to write. I just, and so I put something together. I thought it was cool, but when I went in, dry. Went in a second time, dry. Pimp said, hold up. DJ Bird said, let me take him out. DJ Bird took me outside. And I don't know what he did, but he pumped that juice into me, man. When I went back in there with that microphone, I was blowing snot like a bull. I had got my gun, started coughing. Yeah, he had put me in the mode. He know he can see me when I'm in the street, right?
Exactly.
So, okay, that's what we gonna do. And so I went in there and did it. And then, at the time, they had some record company execs, some Italian. Anyway, they was snorting cocaine. I know they was doing that. So when they came and approached me, Pimp snapped out. He snapped completely out, made them get away from me. At the time, I didn't know what he was doing. I never questioned it, but he was stopping me from getting in the situation that he was already in. Right?
Yeah.
And I respected him for that. He explained to me to go get my publisher. You see? So I could have better negotiating power dealing with people. Right now, to the front, back, and side to side, I do get a percentage over there, but them skits, they did that without, I ain't even know, right? Yeah. I ain't get no signature or nothing. So, I'm just trying to put myself in different positions and different platforms to just be the man that I've grown into be, bro.
When you saw that front, back, side to side go crazy, though, man, what was that like when you had a banger in the South? And you in that thing blacking out your damn self, Smoke.
Bro, I didn't realize what it was. All I know is that the women increased, the money increased, the friends increased, and when the water boiled off, none of it was real. You know what I'm saying? That's the time when I, start, getting into all that stuff going into jail, right? I told them, even though, I believe it now, but it's the niggas from your own city or your own little town, they the worst one. Yeah. And now that I want to upgrade that to what you can call relatives, not family. Yeah. See? Yeah. And shout out, and while I'm in here, bro, I got a young nephew named Rando out of Mississippi. He got a song trending. Okay. His name is Certified Youngin'. Yeah. And y'all go check him out. He trending right now. I just want to, it's love, bro. I don't hide the light I am. I share it.
Exactly.
Right?
Them 2 years living with Pimp, man, can you recall those times, man? And what was it like being around him, watching him create all of that music and going in?
Man, it was great because there was a lot of dudes there. Shout out to Leroy, Ski Daddy. Yeah. I can't think of the barber name. Herb K, Mitchell Quinn, which is the UGK namesake. All of the dudes that was Smitty. Like all those dudes, man, it was a brotherhood. Yeah. So when I went away, I came back, I could see that the world and the devil had infiltrated to a degree, right? It just wasn't the same. But that ain't my business. Yeah. What is my business is to just try to bring the ones that are willing, that understand that we can't be doing this monkey.
What was it like when you was coming towards the end of your 17 and you realized you was about to get out, man? What were those emotions and feelings that you was experiencing during that countdown to release day?
Well, I didn't do the whole 17 at once. Let me explain something to you from a psychological perspective, if I may.
Take your time.
Before, and we have a prison guide platform that we started because 80% of the black men in America are in prisons. We're only 15% of the population. What does it mean? 8 out of every 10 black males are gonna go to prison, right? Yeah. So we gotta look there first, and that's just me saying that. before I went in with one mind frame, right?
Yeah.
Then when I got there, relatively after about 2 years, I got on what they call automatic inside the prison. I let the world go when I was there. And so my mind started developing, and I had become a different person through that process, right?
Okay.
And so when I got out of that situation, my mind was still there, although my body was out, because I was used to the methodology of operation from inside the prison.
Yeah.
I didn't notice it first. That's why the recidivism rate is under 5 years. I didn't notice.
Yeah.
And so once I did it, I couldn't get enough of that funky stuff. I went back.
Yeah.
And Pimp and I, we never existed much outside of those 2 years, because when I got out, 10 days later, relatively someone that Pimp was going in.
Damn.
Right? He had to do the 4 years. So when Pimp was getting ready to get out, couldn't get enough of that funky stuff, I got popped on the highway.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So before I was going back in, and I remember who it was. Who was it? It was Zero and I. We spent the night at his house, and we both was going to jail.
Damn.
And so, yeah, man, that was a different experience, but it was the shock. And I went back in there again. So, like, my mind has evolved and changed like 7 or 8 times from being in that place.
Yeah.
But the best thing I could tell anybody, if I'm here, learn the power of words.
Come on.
Learn words. You cannot express what you feeling inside if you don't know the definition of what you're saying. How you gonna make it real?
Yeah.
See?
I'm real with Zero, man.
Oh, yeah.
Break that down.
Man, it was just something that happened. I think that was at the time we were putting the UGK records together, the UGK posse. We had a party at Pimp House, and it's just natural to do some songs together. And Zero was he was in the area at the time, and I don't know who. I think that was Vicious, man. Rest in peace to E Vicious. Shout out Bundy G, ex-mom. Yeah, man. So I think it was a Vicious song, and he wanted us to get on, and we did it in Port Arthur. But shout out to Zero. He a real one.
Exactly. What was it like, though, for you touching back down and then seeing the Pimp going back in, and then you trying to do your thing when you was thinking, okay, I'm about to touch back down, link back up with the squad and go crazy in here, but then we all going through the same things?
I still hadn't went through the total process that I needed to go through. And so, like I said, I resorted back to what I knew. In my mind, I was going to rap hustle, indirectly rap hustle, keep my name out of it. I don't want the job, but he can have the job. Just, keep my name, that kind of deal.
Yeah.
And so it still didn't work because, my greed had set in, my greed had set in, and, like, it was just about the money at that point.
Yeah.
And so I didn't get a chance to do nothing. All the money I made, I had to spend it with the lawyers. Y'all pardon me.
Well, take your time.
Yeah, I had to spend it with the lawyers and still get another 20 piece, right?
Yeah.
So it's just not what it's supposed to be if God don't say it is.
Every time you got hit with them long-ass sentences, though, man, I mean, what would go through your mind when the judge would hit that gavel and you knew that it was time again?
Can I curse on here?
Say what you feel, Smoke.
See, when they hit them people, when that judge hit that gavel and he hit you with that time, we and my most extreme colleagues in the dark places, you gonna get that dick look. That's what you gonna get.
Yeah.
Nigga, I got it twice. When they hit me with that 20, I had that dick look. Nigga, I'm about to go. Because, like I said, it's a difference between the price and the cost. I could pay the price for anything that I do.
Yeah.
God knows I can. But I can't pay that cost being away from my family.
Yeah.
Watching my son be this high, and now he eating off the top of my head, and I'm somewhere else.
Yeah.
I got 7 daughters. I can't protect them.
Yeah.
You see? So that costs.
Yeah.
I ain't willing to pay the price. I can't count the cost of doing that no more.
Exactly.
So it's a different way of thinking, bro.
That last time when you got back out, man, I mean, how had the world changed by that time when you came back out and you looked around and started to see what was going on with the Trio fam?
Honestly, off the top of my head, there was some things that I didn't like seeing happening. But, like, when you come from a certain place, you know how to be quiet and not get involved and just observe.
Yeah.
And you don't handle your business on the internet.
Yeah.
You go to them personally with a report of resolvement, right?
Mm-hmm.
As best you can. But then at some point you gotta understand when they don't understand.
Yeah.
You see, and that's your understanding about it.
Mm-hmm.
Then at that point you gotta stay out of God's business. See, because I mean, man, hell is here for a reason. Hell is a place for a reason, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. See,
When the Pimp passed, how did that hit you, Smoke?
boy, you hit me with these phenomenal questions. Jesus Christ. Man, I cried. I cried for probably about 30 to 90 days. I cried. And I cried.
What do you think it was that the world missed out by the Pimp passing so doggone early, man?
The mere fact that we sitting here, I don't think the world missed out on anything, bro. Because, I mean, it's not what you take with you when you leave. It's what you leave behind for your children, preparing your children for your death. But after you're gone, all you got on this earth is how you're going to be remembered. No matter how much money you got, what your title is. Where I'm from, we don't, Jesus. So listen, bro. I'm trying to keep my intellectual
You ain't get ignorant in this
so,
thing with me. I don't care.
So yeah, no man, because I got my brother boy. He
Okay.
#1 burger in the world. And,
Yes,
I have to respect the legacy of what he's doing, and then try to help others see that also to cut the monkey show off. Right.
That's right.
So we're not gonna get, but yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's what was the question again, bro? You be asking.
What did the world miss out on? But you said the world ain't miss out on nothing because of the legacy that he left behind.
No, because we here right now. Pimp
Yeah.
alive, right? Long live Pimp C right now. The mere fact that we're able to verbalize it, put the right emotion on it, and speak it.
Yeah.
So how is he dead? Think about how many people you know done died that don't nobody know about. How much money they done had or what their name is.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Adolf Hitler. They say he was a bad person, but what? You remember him, right?
Yeah.
So it's how you gonna be remembered after you gone depends on what you do while you here. You just can't be no human being. You have to be a human doing,
What was it that made you cry for 30 to 90 days,
Love.
no Smoke?
Love, bro. Love. Missing. Death is a common destination that we all share, but none of us can prepare for it.
Yeah.
I'm at odds with some of my family right now. I love them,
Yeah.
but I know I have to put distance over disrespect. You see?
Yeah.
There's no need, and like I said, it goes back to all of us as black people having the ability to communicate
Yeah.
properly. We walk in the club and 95% of what you say is nonverbal.
Yeah.
The other 5% is with your mouth. So we walk in here, I walk in here, y'all looking at me looking at y'all. We already created preconceived notions of each other as we think we perceive these people to be.
Yeah.
But we don't take the time to communicate to get to see who they really are. So you get mad at a cap for being a microphone, but it's a cap.
Yeah.
It ain't a microphone.
Yeah.
So we put these perceptions on people and expect them to do us like we gonna do them and then get mad at us when they ain't what we expected.
Exactly.
So we have to learn how to communicate solutionary. I'm learning now, bro. I don't want to hear no nigga tell me about, man, my mama come before he can get his mouth out of his mama. Man, my mama too. No, you supposed to listen.
Come on.
Right? Yeah, bro.
Now, I'm with you, Smoke. When you realized that you wanted to get back into the community, though, man, and impact the next generation and helping young men and grown men transition back into this world, what was that like for you laying the smack down in the community with that same ferocity that you did on them verses?
It's been impactful thus far, man, because these people sponsor me. I haven't been on the streets doing no street stuff in a long time.
Yeah.
And I sponsor myself. I'm a hustler. So all I need is something to hustle that ain't gonna throw me in jail.
Yeah.
You see, them hoodies, I'm a hustler. All I need is something to sell, bro.
That's right.
And I'm gonna sustain myself. Because we over here, Trill, we don't want no handout. We want a hand up. We already doing what we doing. We already in multiple states. And I say we, you know, in the community itself, I is the only one gonna do for itself. We, us. You see what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
So yeah. And I know I'm probably forgetting a lot of folks' names, man, but y'all, I still love y'all. It's all right. You know?
What's been the most rewarding part, though, of helping the next generation?
The most rewarding part is being able to give somebody something that I didn't have, what I was looking for.
Yeah.
I ain't have no parents. I didn't have parents, you know. The world was my mom, and my mom was out busy trying to make food for us. My daddy wasn't there.
Yeah.
So, you know, I had a brother with me, and like he you know, we had us. I was his brother father, right? Like at 8 years old, I put a gun on my stepdad, right? At 16, I tried to kill him. All I ever knew in my history was gunplay. I watched my mama shoot my stepdad, watched my stepdad. So that's traumatizing for a kid.
Come on.
And then like I moved to, you know, a place where, you know, Yugoslavia ain't a city. It's just there. You going and so like I'm big, bro. Ain't nobody finna fight me.
Yeah.
So I ain't finna fight nobody. And that's just the way it came. And lo and behold, man, like, you know, I gained enough experience to know about life to be able to communicate with young individuals. You know, not only young individuals, the communication goes across the board, you see. You can't tell no little boy in the ghetto what a triple conversion super heterodyne receiver is. He's not gonna know.
Yeah, no.
No more than you can go to a white person in Idaho and say, still ain't, man, still ain't, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna know, so it's a communication gap. Can you see?
With you.
And all points in between. So to he who maximizes his time by learning how to communicate, and this is all over the world, not just for black folk mainly because we the only group that don't stick together.
Yeah.
But for everybody. If we can communicate, maybe they don't understand us.
Come on.
Maybe we don't understand something going on. Somebody scared. See? It's a lot of fear. That's when death comes. You understand that? So yeah, when you learn how to communicate, it eases the tension in anything you're doing. And I ain't perfect, bro. I ain't perfect. I still screw up.
Yeah.
But one thing I know, that if you respect yourself and you love yourself, whatever level you do that on, nobody's gonna be able to do it below that.
Yeah.
So that's all I got to say about that, bro.
Linking back up with Bond and y'all jamming and working together, man. I mean, what was that like?
Man, it was sad. It was sad. It was happy. It was sad. It was happy. It was exciting. It was a lot of different things at once, bro, because Pimp wasn't there first, right? So you gotta, and then like, it was exciting because, damn, man, I done walked 17 years, and I'm, you know, this is my brother right here.
Yeah.
He doing his thing, and say, I ain't gonna, you know, I'm not gonna bring my rap sheet over to your house, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what he got going on, like, with certain stuff, so I try to stay away from him because I don't want nothing to mess up on my account, you know, doing him. I know, you know, I'm still touching the streets just, you know, from an advisory standpoint. Yeah. But that ain't got nothing to do with him. Yeah. You know, I have plenty of guys try to come through me to get to him. No. I bet. I don't even, bro. All right.
I already know.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay intelligent. What
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah, but shout out to G Money in Las Vegas. With Bun, man, Bun, awesome. Happy birthday, Bun.
Yes, sir.
I don't be singing, but I got some hugs for you, bro. And, you know, and I sent, while I'm on here, because I know we like he doing his thing. Yeah. I sent you some hoodies, bro, and I had somebody make a painting for you. Yes, so we're going to try to get it to you soon. But, man, happy 50th. Yeah, Bun a dog, man. Yeah. That murder verse, huh?
Come on, man.
I'm going to put my hood on.
I mean, did you record the Mexican on that at the beginning of that too?
No, man. The Mexican is actually a person that's still incarcerated.
What?
He's still in Mississippi. I talked to him because he trying to get his money too. Right? that recording that I did,
Yeah.
we were together, actually locked up in there. He's still in Mississippi with the life sentence, and sometimes I talk to him. So
My God.
So I would, if whoever did it or whatever, anybody that's got some power, lawyer or otherwise, to just correct what's wrong. I don't want no more than I'm old.
Yeah.
And that man been in there his life. I can see a lot. Shout out to Cuban, man. Wherever you at, man.
Did you ever hear from him after he heard that murder song?
Man, Cuban calling me for money now. He won't get paid too. That's what I'm telling you.
But I'm talking about back in the 90s before was he looking for the check back in the 90s too?
He didn't know what it was. He didn't even know what I was doing. I just had him telling some stories because Cuban had some connections where he could hide stuff.
Yeah.
And then there you need somebody that can really hide stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what he, that's how we get linked up, because I was getting stuff and he would hide it.
Yeah.
Right? And so we would hang together all the time. He even introduced me on how to be what I needed to be in there, man. I was square as a pool table, twice as green, bro. For real, I'm talking about dill pickle green.
Yeah.
For real. And he introduced me to this cat named Mr. Adolph from Houston, Texas. Shout out to Mr. Adolph. He probably, yeah. But when I got there, like I said, again, people in that prison, they have a preconceived notion of who you are.
Yeah.
Just based on how you look. And they already knew about me before I got there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Paperwork and all that. I went in there on, a murder charge. That's honorable, like, as opposed to messing with.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's a different thing. You get a different treatment. And so, yeah, man, he used to walk around and talk, that's the way he used to talk. You know what I'm saying? And I used to, I'm a hustler, I'm used to selling stuff, so I used to sell what they call sexy babies.
Yeah.
It's a coffee, like a spoon of coffee, 3 sugars, spoon of cream. Yeah. Right? You sell that for a pack of noodles.
Yeah.
And he used to always come and get them. Sexy baby. And so I asked him, like, no, for real shit, bro. I asked him, like, I said, Mr. Ado, why you talk like that? And then he jumped out of character and said, son, I thought you never had. Man, my mind flipped. I was scared. Like God, what? And he been acting like that like 6 months, right?
Yeah.
And he told me, he said, son, if these young boys thought I had any sense in here, I'd have been dead a long time ago. He said, I'm gonna give you some game. See, they think you big, dumb, and stupid. But son, I've been watching you. You know how to control the economics of the dome. And somebody out there love you because you getting a lot of stuff up in here. He says, but son, they think you're slow. Don't wake them up. He said, every time you do something, walk around, and he helped me become smarter because I didn't need to do stuff out in the front. I didn't need to look at myself like I could get other people to do it, and I just sit back and, bro, the only job I had really in prison was mopping the floor because it ain't important.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to leave from the floor, I'm going to go up to the top, so it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
And so, it was that thing. Prison gave me a level of intellect, bro, that I want to share with the young black men, mainly, bro, because I know where you finna go at. I ain't out here to be no superstar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We do music, yeah. But we got a prison tour. We going to the prison in Mississippi. That's the first time. Yeah. Shout out to One Voice again. Shout out to Cam. Shout out to Red. All the collective. Y'all, I ain't writing it down. So, yeah.
Answer me this, though, Smoke. When it comes when you trying to reach out to young folks, man, and tell them the road that you done been down, how many of them receive what you got to say? And then also, what do you think it takes to get folks to receive the message, man?
Bro, what you got to do is stay out of God's business. Yeah. What I'm saying by that what I'm saying is it's for the willing. See, where I'm from, let me tell you what the youngsters on, man. They don't want the real pills. They want the fake pills. They want the pill with the fentanyl.
My God.
Like, shout out to Day One Nigga. They popping the fentanyl like Tylenol. I heard it. Yeah, they doing that. Then they don't want no money. They want bodies. Bruh, they just passed a law in Mississippi where they put a judicial system inside of our judicial system. They put a police force inside of our police force. And they basically took over Jackson. Pardon my friend's force.
Yeah.
But they basically took over Jackson. So, the investors come there. I don't know everything. I don't want to be too political, bro. But what I know, as far as the state of Mississippi, the world at large, y'all please take an eye and look at us. Look at us. We y'all too. You see? If you're going to look at a plate of food, Mississippi needs downsides, so we the meat on the plate. You understand that? Y'all come from us. Do your thing. Go back 2-3 generations, but it ain't about that. It's about everybody. Bro, ask the next question, bro.
Them fentanyl pills, though, man.
Oh, man.
I mean, how do we get the young folks to say no? Because, I mean, we got to almost go back to the 80s and say this your brain on drugs nowadays.
You can't get them to say no. You got to get the people that bringing them in here to say no. We ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
We want to escape reality, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to get high every chance I get so I don't got to deal with my reality.
Yeah.
And why is it like that? I mean, some of the stuff is our fault, some of the stuff is systemic, but either way, it's a problem and the results are the same.
Yeah.
Right? And if you notice, this ain't got nothing to do with me talking about UGK or smoke there, none of that, right? I came here to be serious. That's it.
Yeah.
Shout out who they shout out or whatever they shout out. We dying snail jelly slow as molasses in the wintertime. All of us. I don't care. What's your next question,
Well,
bro?
I'm with you. You can go on your rant and say what you want to say, man, because that's what it take.
Shout out to Fiend, man. By the way, Fiend and I, we got an EP that we putting together with 2 songs in. Shout out to Fiend and Rachi, bro. I'm going to call you. We got the Trill Life merch. I don't know if we could set up something, man, to where they can go to the Instagram and post New Face, the man everywhere. It. You ain't going to never be able to find New Face because New Face everywhere. I'm just telling y'all that right now.
I mean, hooking up with my dog Fiend, how did that connection come about, and break that project down to me?
Man, you know what? It had to be at a divine place at a divine time. Mm-hmm. Because I can't even tell you. Fiend got to tell you. I don't know. We just ended up, I don't know. I don't really know. I know I sent him some music, and something happened. Bun ended up getting on it. He sent me some music. I got, the man got a song called Make UGK Proud. Shout out to Port Arthur. We went down there and shot the video. And so he said that he wanted to get somebody that was really, official. So I guess and so, man, Fiend, and then he doing so much, bro. Fiend doing a lot. He moving.
Choking like a motherfucker got a bone in his throat.
Yep.
On that Schmino.
Yep.
They can't stand it.
Yep.
But fuck them.
I'm trying not to curse, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Forgive me for taking you down here.
No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it in its proper time, man. But see, all of that, man, I was actually in prison, and again, it wasn't the right mind frame to be. I was actually in prison with Boosie at DCI.
Oh my God.
See, Boosie and I got records together. But when I was at DCI with Boosie, when Boosie came in, bro, they shut the prison down. They just shut it down. They just shut everything down. Everybody had to catch their ride. You know, it was that, right? And so they come in. They didn't bring Boosie around like the regular way, nigga.
Yeah.
They ain't bring him around the way. They brought him through the front door, the administration. He came straight to the administration. And we had to catch out, man. We had to catch our rat. But he was the only dude from Louisiana that I knew from the street.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so when they came in, they brought him in. I was on a faith base, dog, trying to get closer to God. But he moved on the dorm next door. Yeah. And so, Boosie, I still want my bag of summer sausages, bro. So I do. So listen, he didn't know with the situation and the psychological impact. He just came in there, wow, man, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, the people call me because they seen me engaging him. I get him on the weight pile, nobody with you, but they seen me engage him. And so, did I say white folk? I did. They and white folk. So listen, bro. They called me, you know, trying to see what the relationship is. And I just told them, sure, I know him from the street. Water, he ain't no problem. Just get, you know, I'm trying to condition him in, man. He was too big, bro.
Damn.
He was too big for that play. He was too big and he couldn't see.
Yeah.
You know how they say we have eyes that are not blind but refuse to see? Mm-hmm. He was on the phone. This nigga had a pile of Jordans this high, this shit, that, you know, so he was too much for them.
Yeah.
You know, and he didn't realize that at the time, but, you know, after that, I think they moved him to Angola. But, yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diamonds and Wood, man.
Yeah.
When you heard these songs, do you listen to the music still and hear that Young Smoke voice and reflect? And then just to see the artistry of it all, how it winded up coming together? Because those bars that you put on them songs go right along with the songs as well.
Yeah, man, I'm honored that you say that. Like I said, it has to all go back to Pimp. Because this, like I said, it was did with one intent, but he took that intent and expounded on it and used it. And that's the reason why I'm sitting here today. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, you can have a plan, but, you know, God plans better than you.
What was that energy around y'all, though, too, at the same time? Because, I mean, if you were to get that energy and bottle it up, would you be able to recognize it again to say, this shit is about to be great, y'all? They about to talk about this front, back, side to side for the next 30 goddamn years. They're about to say that this album is going to be one of the greatest albums of all time with me just talking shit from the pen and this whole. What do you think that is all about?
I think it's about culture, ideology.
Yeah.
Creative God-sent talent. Mm-hmm. See, if I have truly been blessed enough to be on this earth to meet a genius, I can say that I did meet a genius through Pimp C. He showed me what I was. I wasn't even like, I didn't have no aspirations. I was a street dude, bro. I grew up, you know, in a place where it was a lot of different sides, red and blue sides, right? Mm-hmm. That wasn't where they was at, but like he gave me an escape, and he showed me how to be something else other than I was. Mm-hmm. It was more than just the music. He invested in me from an introspective place, right? And that I can bottle it up, bro, and say that it's like a silent scream or a silent tear. Mm-hmm. It's like something that got out there and was stopped. You know, for God reason. Everything happens in God's time. So,
do you ever think about what would have happened with your rap career had you had not gone to prison coming off of that?
I'd be dead. I'd be dead. Prison saved me. I'd be dead.
Why do you feel like you would have been dead, Smoke?
Because I would have got shot up, bro. The place where I come from, they was shooting up. We had a song on the radio, Jackson Murder Rate is up to 199, 190. That's how I was going. Jackson, Mississippi is an assembly line of death right now, bro.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd have been dead.
When you speak on that murder mindset, though, what do you think it takes to snap? What did it take to snap you out of that shit?
Well, it was a plethora of things, my good brother. Let me code switch on you right here. Going to that field, you know, my desire to come home, prison, you see, that helped me help myself. Like I said, I wrote letters from myself to myself because I knew that I ain't have nobody. The only person I ever been able to listen to is me. My mom was too busy to get money. I ain't have no help. So
What did you say to yourself?
I didn't say to myself, I wrote to myself.
Yeah.
That's a different night. I mean, I'd be.
Okay, my bad. What you wrote to yourself?
I wrote from myself now to myself in the future. And whenever I get in a bad position, I write these letters. Okay, Smoke, you so-and-so and so-and-so, you effed up, you got caught with this here, blah, 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 blah. But remember that you don't like being here. If God bless you to get back out and get out there with them, make sure you don't never bring your blah, 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 blah. And every time I get out in the streets and I keep forgetting that I can't tote a gun or I can't sell dope, I got one of them letters.
Yeah.
And I listened to myself. I read my own words to me, bro. And I don't know if it came from God or what, but that helped me.
Did you package up them letters and make them a book?
I did, and I do have the book, but I had the devil come in and try to take it. Yeah, they ain't want to take the money. They shut the book down because when I started saying the book to the devil, it ended up being a preacher from the waist up. And then I had to look back down.
Yeah.
And it was the devil from the waist down. I ran into a preacher.
Yeah.
You heard me? Preacher from the waist up, devil from the waist down.
Yeah.
Wife got a ticket and made a blues song for my wife. For real. So, people, man. And it's funny, God give you a job doing the very thing. You don't be seeing me. You ain't never said, like, I don't even come to this because I know, like, the internet is scary. It's undefeated.
Yeah.
You see? It's undefeated, bro. And, like, we have a lot of discourse that we would not have if not because of it, but because it's here, I think that people should influence the internet from the world. Not try to influence the world from the internet.
Yeah.
That means get out and engage people, shake people's hand.
Yeah.
This is different.
Come on.
I can't do that over no damn cell phone.
Come on.
I can't communicate with you concisely unless I'm directly in front of you in the present.
Come on.
You see?
I'm with you.
Case in point, get your cell phone. I can text you something now. There's no emotional content. But if I say it to you, the emotional content, the way I say it and all that comes with it.
Yeah.
They desensitize us from communicating with each other.
I'm with you 1,000% on that.
Yeah.
As of right now, what projects are you working on as far as the community, music-wise, and everything else as far as the foundations and stuff?
First and foremost, again, I want to give a shout out to One Voice, Ms. Nashombi out of Jackson, Mississippi. They really, really guide us and help us and give us the know-how to do what we're doing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ms. Rokia. Shout out to everybody in Jackson that's doing the 501c3 thing. Shout out to Danielle. Shout out to all of the people that know that we need to learn how to communicate properly together.
Yeah.
Enemy, if you think I'm your enemy, I'm not. And I don't want to view you as my enemy. When I get back, let's talk, right? So anyway, Trail Life. I started that because I needed a way to represent the legacy in the right way that Pimp left a message with me in passing. He said that if I was gonna do music, to make sure that whenever I do music, it's jamming.
Damn
when it come
right.
out them speakers. Then he said something that I ain't really recognized until later: social commentary. So all the music that we do now is not no rapper. I'm not no rapper. Too old to be a rapper. I am a messenger though.
Yeah.
That loves to do music. I
Yeah.
get back out, they put the age on them. I don't like, you know. So that's what everybody else they do.
Yeah.
You know. But as far as what we doing, we had a merchandise, the Trill Life clothing brand. We're doing music. I have a group of guys collectivized over like 16 states because we're growing. The idea is to get a representative in every state, right?
Yeah.
That's going to represent Trill Life. You have to grow, and how you grow is by coming together. So we're about 16 states now growing, and with those guys, and it's not just music-based, it's whatever your skill is, let's bring it to the table and work and communicate together like black men, right?
That's
so,
right.
Yeah, we have a album coming out. Trill Life, Smoke D presents The Collective. It's got Cam Boone, TB, Rob Fame, J Super. Shout out to J Super and Street Symphony in Nashville. Who else on there? My wife, Liv, she dominant. She got next, bro, like for a female. And I don't want to talk about it because you got to let the blind man see with proof, right?
Yeah.
So who else? Man, it's a lot of people. Shout out. I can't even think of the name, man. Shout out to the DSP. Shout out to Hendar. Hendar had a wreck accident, bro. We hope you get well soon. Shout out to the DSP. And like I say, man, we got, like I said, Fiend and I, we have a EP coming out. I got a multitude of songs and projects, bro, with a bunch of different people. And I'm just trying to stay low with it.
Yeah.
But we also have a prison tour. Like, this is probably something that's different. We're going into prison. We're going to do 7 spots in prison. And we're going to bring message music because I have a program that I'm putting together along with One Voice. It's going to bring 13 programs into prisons and basically turn it into a school because our people need to know how to be able to think. They have to be free before they actually get free.
Yeah.
And God blessed me with a line set to kind of see that from a psychological perspective, and I can help them see, the things that they don't because I've had so much experience in and out of the prisons, right?
Yeah.
And so that's, it's like I'm a PhD at being locked up.
Come on.
But I can use this skill set, and God has blessed me to where people like me because of my life and what I live.
Yeah.
You see? Because I'm going to really try to help you. Ain't no monkey. Ain't nothing monkey here. It's serious. Anytime you engage me. So these experiences help me to help the young individuals that, I see myself in every one of them because I wanted to help. Nobody came, though. You see? They took my daddy away from me. They take the daddy out the home. Then they pay the woman. Then they take the man to jail because he don't pay. Right? What are they doing? So this is what I see. It has to be a collectivized effort to get the black man back into the house so that these kids can get the discipline that they need. I ain't the smartest apple on the tree, but these are the kind of things. So I guess it's just more of a general idea is what I'm doing, bro.
Yeah.
A general idea to get the idea into the minds of our people. Not anything based on duality or materialism. I can get on here and say that all day. What we pushing that trail is an idea for everybody.
Yeah.
And that don't cost nothing. It don't cost nothing. It's absolutely free. I ain't trying to get no patent on it or nothing. See?
I'm with you.
We need us. We need to spend our money with us first. If you got to work for us first, then do that. But we need us more than anybody need us. See? So, yeah, bro, that's what we push.
And how can these folks contact you, though, Smoke?
Bro, I only got a phone number. I'm coming. I'm not no superstar Hollywood. I give you my phone. I'm not into all of that.
Yeah.
You gotta talk to him to talk to him to talk to him. No. I want to talk to you myself.
Yeah.
See? There ain't nowhere we won't go.
Yeah.
Highway and by who that say Jesus walked the ghetto? Yeah. So it's that way, man. So I don't know. We got the IG, the Instagram. What is it? On Instagram, it's Smiznoke.
Mm-hmm.
SMIZNOKE. And you can just Google Smoke D or UGK. You can just do that. That'd be quicker. Just Google Smoke D or UGK and it'll pull up everything.
Smoke.
Man, I appreciate you.
Man, appreciate you, man.
Thank you,
appreciate
man.
you coming through this thing.
This is new. I'm new to this, bro. So man, I don't want to be too frivolous.
Yeah. Well, no, we here for it, man. Wish you nothing but the best and much success.
Freak
Be
it
on
up,
radio
Pimp.
shout.
Freak it up, Pimp.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Smoke D. Holla at y'all in a minute, man.
Yeah, man.
We
Y'all
gone.
take care. Stay up.